Hello, everybody. NPC here, Nicholas Pablo Smith, and welcome to the NPC testing facility. I went into Nav's game in a 6x6 map and found this chunk of desert that's pretty flat and claimed it as my own, to use to test out some ideas that I had. Now, I've watched lots of videos on 7 Days to Die, but actually playing the game, I'm pretty much a total newbie. And it's taken me some time to figure out how to make all this stuff work. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with my idea. Let me show you. One of the things that people have done is use these parts here. This is a wood scaffolding ladder. It can be made in any material up to and including steel. I'm just doing it out of wood as a test. And from watching what other people have done and what other people have said, there's a number of recommended channels at the bottom of the YouTube homepage. These are different people that I watch to see what they're doing over there in their different places. Some of the guys are really, really creative, come up with fascinating ideas, and some of which I kind of liberate for my own use. But and this one I think is original. Now everybody knows that, or I say everybody, a lot of people know that by using a scaffolding, it normally goes this way as a vertical, as a ladder. It helps to reduce, not eliminate entirely, but reduce penetration by cop spit. The only problem is if you use it in a normal orientation, cops or whoever else happens to get over, they'll use it just like you or I would use it as a ladder and climb right up there. So it's important to use the rotation feature, which is you press and hold the R key. Oops, you gotta select them. Press and hold the R key, and you have this different materials that can be made from: simple rotation, advanced rotation, and on the face rotation. So I usually do this one, and you have to right click through till you get it to the correct orientation. Anyway, I left this part in the center so that you can see what happens. I'm going to spawn some cop zombies, just regular ones on the other side. I mean, this is, after all, just wood, not necessarily super durable. So we'll pick a nice little random spot out there. Can turn off the HUD. Now oops. And you can see that these things are fairly effective. In that orientation, at keeping the cop spit out. Now this guy seems to be reluctant to climb. Even the center section I left flat. But before it completely destroys everything, oops, now of course I'm vulnerable. So I thought, if one line of the scaffolding ladders is pretty good at rejecting the, or I don't know if rejecting is the right word, repelling the cop spit. What would happen if I replaced or placed a double row? So what I did is I did it this way, and you can see I left the space. By rotating the blocks in different directions, it automatically spaces it one block apart. Do you see how effective this is compared to just a single line? And as you can see, I believe quite clearly, by having two rows, one rotated 90 degrees to the other, there's virtually no penetration. Oops, I put the ladder on that side, kind of spawned him on the wrong side, but you can see he's slowly getting himself up there. Hey, you stay on your side of the fence. Come over here. So it's pretty effective at keeping the cop spit away from the player. I'm just pressing the left mouse button to get the rotation to work. So actually what I should have done, said I'm new at all this, so I should be on this side, the ladder side, not the horizontal side. So now they can't climb up the horizontal side. But since it's only wood, of course, they can break it up. Ooh, do I need to move over here? Get them to stop targeting that one area. He's kind of trying to climb. Hey! See, now he knocked out the outer line there. And it's starting to come after me. Hey, you stay on your side of the fence. So, needless to say, they will try to get a better vantage point on me, of course. The only tough part about this is that it is very difficult, almost impossible, to use throwables with this kind of a setup. Because it will forget Molotov cocktails entirely. They'll hit the framework and explode instantly. Maybe it's just because I'm not understanding how they go, but even zooming way in as close as I can, trying to throw a Molotov cocktail through there, it will inevitably hit on the scaffolding planks. Now, grenades and pipe bombs are not too hard to get through there. Let's try a grenade. Oops. No, that didn't work too well. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. I'll stand back a little further. Ah, see? So that went through pretty well. Pipe bomb. Oops. Forgot to turn God mode back on. I managed to blow myself up. Let me run back over here and retrieve my goodies. Take all my goodies back. Oops. So pipe bombs are a little riskier. To get to go through the bars without hanging up. Like a whole lot harder. Now that won't work. Oh, so that seems to be the trick, is to stand back a little further away. Oh, look at this. All kinds of goodies in there. But nothing I really need. I guess I gotta take it out of there. Fill in my hole in the ground. Anyway, you can see that this is a pretty effective stopper of cop spit. Now, of course, if this was even cobblestone instead of wood or concrete or steel, it would make it quite a bit more durable. Now, the other way that I tried, that's got the one space between it, was this way, where by flipping the orientation around 180 degrees, I've got one line up this way which is the vertical or the regular ladder type scaffolding ladder blocks, and this is rotated 90 degrees on one axis and 180 degrees on the other axis. So that still takes up 2 blocks, but they're right next to each other. You can see right there, right next to each other. And this, of course, for the most part, makes it possible to use throwables with a pretty good success. Oh, run away! Well, I got to work on what's a good distance to do this. Well, that kind of went out. So, not exactly the world's greatest defense if you're trying to use throwables. Yep. It doesn't work so good for the pipe bombs. Grenades about the only thing that you can throw through there with any degree of success. Of course, you can always elevate a little bit. Oops, what the heck happened? Oh, there we go. Got to hold the button down so it throws farther. So I was able to throw that quite a distance, but I don't know how. If it's possible to get it to where it'll just kind of loft over the top. Anyway, this all seems like a pretty interesting idea to protect you from cop spit. Pretty easy to find these blocks in the block menu. In this case, these are wood. So it consumes the same amount of wood as a wood block, has the same strength and same damage ratings as a wood block. Anyway, that's the first of one of my experiments, and hope it helps you guys out in Zombie Land.